Do I think we're going to learn that UFOs are real? Yes. Do I think we're going to meet aliens? Also, yes. Is this copium? Also, maybe.
Let's jump to this story. It's a post from Donald Trump. He says, based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Of course, this comes shortly after Donald Trump has confirmed the existence of aliens.
But he barely confirms it. What happened was Obama went on a podcast and said that aliens are real, but he hasn't seen them. And then they asked Trump about it, and he said, well, he's already given out classified information. And so people are mostly taking that as Trump admitting aliens are real. Is that what we're going to cover here?
Say that. I'm half kidding, but listen.
Also, this is a very shiny-headed man on this second one here behind my head. Well, here, hold on. Let me move my head a little bit. You can see it. Okay, all right. Never mind.
I would love to have China and Russia. They've been invited. Yeah.
Something that got a lot of...
You need both. You need all persuasions. No discrimination.
Something that got a lot of attention this week. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Oh, okay, so it's classified information that aliens are real. Ooh.
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to. So if you want...
I mean, that's fair, and I feel like the world is ready to learn whether or not there are aliens. And whether or not they walk among us and live in the caves and under the oceans and have a base on Antarctica.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
Illegal. Only
Yeah,
illegal. What else?
Okay, so...
Yeah, you know what? That's a question. If aliens visit our planet, are they illegal aliens?
Hold on. Trump is asked about Obama saying aliens are real, and Trump's response is he gave away classified information.
That's fair.
He accidentally confirms the existence of aliens. Now, apparently what people are saying is that the actual story that Trump is referring to is that Obama made references to Area 51 that he's not supposed to mention. That was actually giving away the classified information. Or it could be, some have spun it as, by confirming or denying the presence of aliens at Area 51, he's not supposed to do that. Some people believe that
I don't know. I really have no idea, but I really hope that aliens are real.
myth of aliens at Area 51 was a U.S. psyop to terrify our enemies, particularly.
But we Naruto ran toward Area 51 and nobody was gunned down.
The Soviets during the Cold War, to make them fear that we may have advanced technology they don't know about. And it may...
To be fair also, Tim, we do have laser beams. That's a thing the U.S. government has, and we can't pretend that anymore.
just be that there are aliens, and Obama admitted it, and Trump is saying he shouldn't have done that, and that's why Obama walked it back.
That's the only reason I don't believe it now is because he's confirming it with the tweet, right? The second he made the mistake and made it seem like an accident, I was like, okay, maybe this is actually real. But the government, like...
It is Rumble wallets.
Nope,
Guys,
don't care about that.
You're tired of...
Right.
Announce the existence of aliens, and we actually see aliens is going up a lot. And I'm still not saying it's a great probability at all. I'm saying it's like, more than people would actually imagine, not impossible. But the general idea is, over the past decade or so, they've been giving out more and more information, having more discussions about it. It's becoming boring. When Obama said aliens are real, literally...
That's true. I mean, if you're going to trickle out information about aliens, the first thing you need to do is make the public bored of hearing about it. That way, whenever aliens do finally, land on the White House lawn and walk out and shake President Trump's hand or whoever happens to be the president at the time, that's why whenever aliens do that, the public will be like, oh, yeah, well, we fucking knew that aliens were real. Okay, anyway, what were you saying, Linda, about plans?
Nobody cared.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, of course they're real. It's not Area 51. And everyone's like, oh, would you look at that? That's interesting.
Nobody
The point is, the fear was decades ago, if the government came out and said aliens exist, everybody loses their mind and they freak out. And the conspiracy theory for a long time was the government would have to trickle out a little information to desensitize the public. That way, when they do announce, in fact, we have made contact with non-human intelligence, people would go, they finally said it. It's boring.
The news cycle's like instant now. People would be over it in like 10 seconds.
Exactly.
I can't fucking wait. Like we're gonna hear in 2027, right? We're gonna hear that the Galactic Federation of Planets is like a real fucking thing.
Unless they trot out like an actual alien body,
10 seconds.
Gonna care.
No, no.
They could trot out an alien body and people would call it AI and fake and like movie theatrics fucking level. Like they wouldn't believe it even if they did that, right?
No.
And even then they won't care.
Bro, literal gray aliens could walk on the White House lawn, and 10 seconds later, people would be like, "Did you hear Trump? He called Rosie O'Donnell fat again."
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder about that. Like, if aliens actually showed up, you don't think we'd
Dude, they got fucking magic cards back there. Okay.
unify? Like,
Oh hell no!
you don't think we'd be like,
The left would be like, "Are they
Earth has
communists?"
to come together and be like the Federation of Planets.
No way. If alien,
All right. I don't know why the AI moderation killed. Is it just because you're saying the word gay? Is that what it is?
showed up first, there's questions about whether or not they have the same degree of technology. Do they have faster than light travel or a facsimile of faster than light? Is there actually a federation? All of these things. It may just be like we traveled 100 years on a colony ship and came here, and now we're going to kill and eat you. Who knows?
If aliens actually showed up, I would be the first to die because I would go, this is COVID nonsense. You're trying to trick me back into my home. This is a government illusion in the sky, and I'd be the first to get vaporized.
The only way this could end up being worse for Trump is if they actually.
If aliens invaded the planet, the first thing that I would do is grab an alien weapon. Because I'm not for sure whether or not our weapons can take them out, but I know theirs can.
Came here because they needed a place to live, and we had to deny them entry because they're actual illegal aliens. And we're like, we don't have any room. We're deporting everybody else.
I would be in favor of that. I'd be like, sorry, fellas, you got to go home.
Look, Mexico's over there.
That's
over there.
Section 9.
You don't have to, yeah.
I don't think
That's the movie, right?
I did not
District
see
9.
that one. But
District 9.
that was a great movie.
District 9.
Great movie.
That was a
Yeah.
good movie.
It was really good. I thought that.
I know. I don't know if people definitely can't see it because like it doesn't pop up whenever it gets like cut by the AI fucking chat moderator. But somebody in my chat on Kick is quoting Candace Owens and saying it's all fake and gay. It's all fake and gay. And you know what? He's fucking right. It absolutely is fake and gay.
That it kind of got off the rails when Weakest turned into an alien. I don't know what that was about or why that was relevant to a story about the refugee aliens, but you know.
To show him what it was like to be on the other side. You know?
Yeah, but for the most part, he's half. He's like a weird, like, I'm turning into a bug, and they're like, so we're gonna kill you, I guess.
So we're gonna send
Well,
them
if
to
somebody's
Canada,
turning into
and
a
send
bug,
them to
you'd
Mexico.
want
And
to
why
do
did
the
the fuel from the battery turn him into a bug?
Yeah, well, why do you put
Because yes, that's why.
on the sun
Because a radioactive spider turned Peter Parker into a Spider-Man. All right.
glasses so that you see the aliens in that other movie?
They live.
Different movie.
That's a totally different movie, and that one makes a lot of sense.
Sure, but all of our sci-fi content is kind of loosely related. Not all of it. There's sort of different genres of sci-fi content, but a lot of it builds on similar concepts.
Makes even less sense in the X-Files that the government constantly tries to stop him, but he works for the government.
Yeah, right.
His explanation is like, I have friends in Congress. I'm like, I don't know if anybody in Congress is like powerful enough to stop them from shutting you up.
Wishful thinking.
Now, listen, I would love it if they exposed
Oh, geez, this is the guy that I was talking about. This is the dude with the shiny head.
aliens, Bigfoots, Ray Epps. Give us
At least put on a beanie the way that Tim does, man. I mean,
all the
be reasonable about it.
conspiracies. I would love it if they actually had transparency
Also, we have things like Bosley, right? Like we're a pretty advanced society. I feel like you can get hair if you wanted it.
on this stuff. I don't think Obama actually said anything. He was asked on the podcast, do you believe aliens are real? He basically said, yes, but not because of anything I've seen from the government. And then he clarified later.
And then he was like, unless there's some conspiracy hiding the existence of aliens for the president of the United States.
On.
And then he has to come out and fucking backtrack on it later because he's like, well, CIA sent him a text message. Hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? And he went, shit, I'll fix it.
What I mean is because of the mathematical probabilities.
No, he's walking it back because Trump said that's classified and you're going to go to jail.
Well, he walked.
God damn it.
You're no fun.
He walked it back prior to Trump saying that, for one, and for two, Trump says crazy shit.
Well, it's because he got the call.
Trump says crazy stuff all the time. He's not that careful with his words. This is classic funny Donald Trump gotcha. I don't think he accidentally said, oh, that's classified. I think
Walk me through that conspiracy theory, Stormy. What is that?
He's kind of having fun and prodding at Obama, but that's my reading.
No. It's obvious.
Is that the conspiracy theory about Michelle? Like where it's fucking Michael and first I've seen the pictures. Listen, Michelle's got a bulge. All right, say what you want.
That the aliens have returned and they want control.
Yeah, you know what? I have seen that one actually. I think
Of Israel, because that's the original site where they started creating the hybrid humanoids to mine gold for them.
I thought they liked the ice wall in Antarctica, and because there's tunnels there.
The Greys can be Antarctica.
No, you don't understand.
The Greens can be in
You don't
Israel.
understand.
Okay, I needed to show up today for this education.
Robbie, I'm going to have to educate you. Okay?
Please.
You see, the Anunnaki need gold for their weak atmosphere because they're in an elliptical orbit around the sun. So every
Yes.
2,500 years.
Okay, full disclosure. I don't think Tim understands a lot about the Anunnaki, but for the most part, he is correct here.
When the planet
It
returns
seems.
to proximity to Earth and the sun.
Yes.
They come to Earth to mine the gold they need to survive. So what they did, they hybridized themselves to create a slave race. The only problem is the first race they created was too smart, understood the nature of reality, and defied their order. So then they said, we need to make a stupider race. So they hybridized with monkeys and created humans. And this was obviously, of course, in, where Israel is now. And they said, we're going to have you mine gold. And then the first...
Yeah, they made like 200,000 fucking slave workers, apparently.
Group of hybrid...
And by the way, all of this is not just random stories and myths and shit. Like, this is actual historical context pulled from hieroglyphs and pictoglyphs and things, and it actually makes sense. In terms of like the creation of humanity, because we are not anything like. I think we are. Everyone likes to say that we are evolved from apes, not monkeys, apes. They are different. But the problem is, I feel like I'm pretty sure genetically we're like 99% to a banana also. So you can't really look at that.
Hybrids that were created went to the humans and were like, nah, you don't got to listen to them. You don't got to be slaves, and told them the truth. And this created all this chaos. And so then,
if you believe in the Anunnaki story, it does fill in the gaps for human history, and it does also allow for the existence of a super advanced ancient civilization that there almost clearly was.
The Nibiru is the name of the planet. It leaves and it heads off for another 2,000 years. There's about a 500-year period where it's close enough in proximity that they can travel to and from the Earth. Well, this is when they were on their way out, and now they've been gone for...
Is this the start of the 500-year period? Are we going to fucking start seeing people from Nibiru? Because I'm good with it.
2,000 years, but now they're back, and they want that land back, and they want gold for their atmosphere, and they've got the next 500 years to seize control of the Earth.
I think that limited evolution is a thing, right? Like so the finches, for example, that Darwin was studying, right? He would notice that finches would grow to have larger beaks in parts of the island where the nuts were quite hard, and the finches would grow to have like smaller, more like how do I put this, like sharp beaks, where the nuts weren't quite as hard and they had to like reach in and grab things. So he noticed that people or creatures would evolve to better adapt to their environment, but there was no like evidence that different species could evolve from different species, right? So I think if you believe in the Bible era where everything was created exactly the way that it is now, I think that that's dumb. And I think that if you believe in evolution just entirely, like straight up, I think that's also dumb. I do think that both things can be possible.
And that's really what's happening.
Now, can I ask one question from the story?
No. Yes, go ahead.
When they had sex with the monkeys, did they return to their planet with AIDS?
They didn't. They took their DNA and they fused it with some monkeys and, get this, some viruses.
Ooh.
Indeed. That's why humans have some DNA in their systems that are not found anywhere else.
Yeah, same thing with jellyfish too, by the way.
Believe that it was from the genetic engineering process.
So are we all in a capitalist structure because we're just serving these alien creatures and producing gold for them?
No, it's just that the capitalist structure works best. It does stand to reason that we value gold because of that, though.
The theory, the conspiracy theorists believe that intelligent life generally understands the nature of existence. Because it's
that's true. We are like the only species that we know of that does not have any idea how we got to where we are.
Seems odd that you would be intelligent.
Now that's mostly because our governments continue to lie to us about our history, but that's a different conversation.
And that humans are actually not a fully intelligent race. They're a hybrid, semi-intelligent race that are smart enough to be programmed to do any job. You take a human child and you can make it a specialist.
Fair.
But not smart enough to fully comprehend the nature of reality.
Okay,
And,
sure.
That is the conspiracy theory about why we like gold.
So we got to opt out from making money and become socialists. That's what I've learned here today.
What creatures would be able to comprehend the nature of reality?
The conspiracy theorists believe that all of them.
All of them except us.
Yes. Like we were specially engineered to not understand God.
Well, but that's just sort of like what I love about all these.
Well, in this, okay, so hold on. Yes, especially engineered to not understand God, maybe, but in this instance, in this example, the people that lived in Nibiru, like the Anunnaki, they would be gods, right? Whoever fucking created a mutation of their genes and a fucking ape to create us, they would be God in this instance, right? Like, what do you mean what do you mean we don't believe in God? Like, if this is true, then he's absolutely a thing.
Simulation theories is it's like, oh, so God created.
Well, it's not a
everything.
simulation theory.
Right, but
This is
the other ones are.
this is a wackaloon. Somebody tried to create a sci-fi movie explaining a whole bunch of random things
And they couldn't
just
do it.
jammed. Well, they did. It's just if you make up a bunch of crazy nonsense, you can make anything sound. You know what I mean? Like,
But if you look at the Old Testament, it's sort of
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I said that. So he says it's a bunch of crazy nonsense, but he doesn't understand that there are actual fucking like evidence, and there was a reason that this story of the Anunnaki came about.
it discusses essentially how human beings cannot achieve God knowledge and cannot fully understand God. I mean, that's
right. And
that's
so
part of our
So
cultural
the people who make up this
history.
theory about the Nibiru and the Anunnaki
Mhm.
read the Bible and then said, "What can I make up to extrapolate from that statement?"
Yeah, okay, hold on. See, that's another thing that I don't agree with, because if there is a book in the Bible that the Anunnaki story relates to, then it's the book of Enoch, which was taken out of the official version of the Bible, so people don't actually understand. So people would not have actually read the book of Enoch and went, okay, let's come up with a story about the Anunnaki, right? So I don't agree with that at all either, but it's fine.
that makes it sort
Aliens-
of truthy-ish.
Right, exactly.
Generally, I like what Tim has to say.
So they say, well, the reason why the Bible said it is because it was the word from the aliens who created us.
Also, I do believe that the Bible created a story that was easy to understand for the people of that time period. I do think that, yeah.
Telling us we couldn't.
Because, like, the Bible, all the different books of the Bible were written many hundreds of years apart, right? And then it was all put together in a somewhat semi-cohesive story for people to follow and get all of the, like, the major things, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that every word is 100% true, and it doesn't mean that every word of anything else is 100% true. I think that you really need to study all of it and probably come to find whatever these things come to agreement on, and that's probably what the truth is.
That's the point of the conspiracy.
Because are you going to say that the people that are Buddhist, just because they're Buddha, like they believe in Buddha, aren't correct because they don't believe in the Christian God? I mean, they're just as peaceful as everybody else is. I mean, who's to say that their religion isn't the correct one? Who's to say that it is? You know what I mean? So I think the most important thing is that you're a decent person and you want to do what's best for yourself, and you want to do what's best for the people that are around you, and that's all that really matters.
Conspiracy theory.
Is it
Every time I
possible-
hear the Anunnaki thing, I think of the Abenaki, which was one of the Algonquin tribes.
Oh. Probably where they got the name from.
No one has any input on that. Awesome.
Probably where
Because they
got
just
it
made it
from.
all up.
Yeah,
Oh
really
my
good.
God, nobody's making it
How
up.
long ago was that? Did they make that up?
The Algonquin.
Yeah.
The
No. Tim's.
Oh, well, actually, you might not know this, but Native Americans, not real.
Not really.
Made up by leftists to
Yes.
make white people feel guilty.
Oh,
It
yes,
didn't work.
absolutely.
I don't
Actually-
feel bad at all.
When you see a Native American, Asian,
Is it possible that Epstein was our envoy to the aliens, and that's why they don't want to let out the files?
One of the things that I love is how
and the aliens wanted to rape young women.
Well, they took him back. They took Epstein back. That's why we can't find him.
one of the things I love is how they
Yeah, you know what? That's why we can't find him, and that's why Ghislaine Maxwell, or at least whoever the fuck is sitting in that jail cell, is definitely not her.
how the left spent decades telling us that, you know, you're not actually of German, Italian, Irish, Polish heritage, you're just white. And now AOC is going, whiteness is just a myth.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm not a Christian, but that doesn't mean I don't generally agree with the lessons that are being taught in the Bible.
actually just all these other things, and there is no such thing as white culture. And it's like, you just spent the last, 75 years explaining to us
Yeah, it's also not good to lead a life of hedonistic pleasure.
why everything is.
I'm learning recently that so you can have a pain tolerance, and everybody knows what that is, but it's also important to have a pleasure tolerance. Like, yes, you want to do this because it's going to give you some sort of big dopamine hit, but is it really good for you? Yes, it's going to feel good, but does that mean you need to do it? Like, what is your pleasure tolerance exactly,
Is every Euro descended person is homogenized and just plain white and white culture, and that white culture is bad, and now you're telling us
She's the worst.
Yeah, I watched her Munich stuff so much. I watched all of it.
Why?
Because I found it fascinating. I liked the Munich stuff. I thought Rubio was good.
She's making me want to run for office.
I liked Vance. Yeah, the last year.
AOC's so bad at just general politics. It's making me want to just.
She didn't know where Venezuela.
President Tim.
She said it was a
I don't know. Tim Pool, right?
Well,
I forgot his last name for a second.
equator, and it's like, did you go to school? I mean, she went to school in Westchester. Those are like top-rated school districts.
Well, she's real dumb.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
She just got pretty genes, but no smart genes.
One of the things about me is I can't stand watching someone do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I see somebody trying to put a doorknob on, and it's taking a long time, and they're doing it poorly, I'll be like, just get out of the way, let me do it. Like I'll be done in a minute. So when I see her
Oh, don't worry. You're a new dad. That'll get trained out of you. You'll become way more patient. I promise.
It's better than beating them with the doorknob.
No, can we get it done? Why are you taking so long? It frustrates me.
Yes.
So when I watch AOC do anything, I'm just getting
Also, I never realized that he just has a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards on the fucking wall behind him.
frustrated, being like, let me do it. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, but she's
saying
going
is incoherent.
She's going to run for Chuck Schumer's seat. She's going to be in the Senate, and then she's going to run for president.
Unfortunately, yes, I do believe that. I do think that Gavin Newsom is going to be on the ticket for the Democratic presidential nominee. And I do think that AOC has a strong possibility of also being there, given that those are the two people that have the most political clout in the Democratic Party right now. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not saying that they're going to win, but I am saying that it's their best chance, and that's sad.
Or one or the other, or both.
I stand by this. I've been wrong on a lot of things. Too stupid to run for president.
Here's the deal. If the Democrats put up Josh Shapiro, they might win.
I don't think you have to be smart.
Maybe.
To
Listen, I'm not fully sure on that because fucking J.D. Vance, 48th President of the United States of America.
You do not have to
put together an actual run.
Honestly, I would vote for a J.D. Vance Rubio ticket. I would do that.
You don't have to. She doesn't have to. All she needs is somebody else to do it.
She's worse than Kamala Harris.
No.
She's not.
Yes,
She's
she
better
is.
than Kamala Harris.
And
come on.
She's got less experience, but she's not worse.
And she doesn't have
hold
that
on, hold
stupid
on.
laugh.
Here's what I will say. The answer she gave at the Munich Security Conference.
Yeah, no, it's true. She's not worse. Kamala Harris is a stupid whore. AOC really knows how to play social media, and she's really good at radicalizing her base.
Does really knock her down a peg or two.
Which one, the Taiwan one?
Both Taiwan and the rules-based order stuff.
Yes.
You need to be able to sound smart, not be smart. So Trump is sort of good at this. Sort of, because sometimes it does sound like what is he even talking about? But it's the weave. He can dodge difficult questions, and he can simplify things to the point where he gets away with it. AOC can't. Okay, you can't have a stuttering, rambling nonsense. The rules-based order thing was so much worse than the Taiwan thing.
Mm-hmm.
She was just basically saying a bunch of words strung together, not even making any sense. You need to say. I've had people say to me, they say,
the problem with the Taiwan thing for AOC was that they asked her, like, listen, you're staunchly anti-military. If China decides to move against Taiwan, what do you think? She knows in her heart that the right thing to say is, well, I guess we'll have to mobilize our military and we'll have to stand against China to protect our ally in Taiwan. But she can't say that because her fucking base will crucify her, so she kind of is stuck.
Tim,
they didn't tell her what bullet points to say when she's asked about that, because people don't generally ask about China.
You're really. I watch your videos like you're a really smart guy, and I'm like, no, I sound like I'm really smart. There's a difference. I'm probably knowledgeable in a lot of things, but understanding that what works in media is sounding intelligent, not being intelligent, and then you'll understand basically how politicians actually win and whether policies tend not to work.
And why all of the news outlets are a disaster.
Indeed.
That's why it's time to elect Fetterman.
So AOC needs to be able to weave, and she cannot. That's a problem for someone trying to run for a higher office.
So do you think Kamala could weave?
Absolutely not.
Can't. She's
I think
worse.
AOC is better than Kamala.
Yeah.
But that Taiwan answer, she could have literally, I mean, I got to be honest. If AOC's response was, you know, that's a very difficult question, and I'm not sure I have a really good answer for you. Everyone would have, no
Oh, damn. You know what? Tim, run for president. You got it.
one would have cared.
We believe in you, Tim Pool.
Well,
They would have been like, okay.
Vance Pool. Yeah.
That's the kind of answer J.D. Vance is comfortable giving.
Yeah.
Because he's confident.
Yeah, instead she was like, I need to make it sound like I'm smart by saying random things.
That I don't even know what words mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Trump has a superpower and he's one of one and no one can duplicate it, which is he says nothing. He's a sales guy, and so he just goes, we'll get it done, and he refuses to give you a reason. He refuses to give an explanation.
Well,
That's what Kamala Harris did. She said nothing every time she spoke.
no, but
yes,
Kamala Harris tried to pretend like there was a reason there, and then it came out as gobbledygook.
Yeah, but it was nothing. That's the point.
No,
Trump
but
can
Trump-
sell nothing.
Trump does
So I learned that gobbledygook is the name of the language spoken by goblins in Harry Potter. Just throwing that out there.
doesn't actually say anything. It's, hey, I'm going to end the Ukraine war in one day. Doesn't tell you how he's going to do it. Won't validate how he's going to do it.
I
Hey, I'm
disagree. I
taking-
completely disagree.
Okay.
When asked about ending the Ukraine war, he says, he goes, we're going to end it on day one. Day one. And that's bloviating. That's arrogant.
Absolutely. 100%.
And he didn't get it done. But that's okay. He's a salesman, right? Do you want to buy a product from the guy who says, I'm not sure it'll work, or the guy who says, I guarantee it'll work?
No.
So when Trump is asked, how do you get it done? He says, listen. He says, these guys don't want to be fighting. Putin and Zelensky don't want to be fighting. We're going to go in there, and we're going to stop the fighting. And that's a very, very, very simple answer. He's giving you 1%. Basically, I'm going to tell them to stop fighting. That's the answer that he's giving you. There is the smallest of substance there. Kamala Harris, her answers are like, fighting is like when you're up against someone and they're trying to make you do something and you're not letting them. And you're fighting and you're just like, oh, she's not even telling us what she's going to do. She's not giving us the lightest of morsels of, I will tell Putin to stop.
No, it's a word salad. It's her walking in circles, just standing up there saying random bullshit. And yeah.
So Trump...
There was a time when being a political leader meant you were one of the best people in that community, and now it is just the whoever knows your name.
at least gives you that little bit.
And unfortunately, being known for being a retard, you're still known.
And I think the strategy with Trump, as with many presidents, is to target the lowest common denominator, because that's how elections work in this country.
Kamala Harris first hit the red carpet when P. Diddy walked her onto the fucking Hollywood red carpet and said, "This is Kamala Harris."
You try and sound smart, congratulations, 7% of people are going to vote for you. You try and sound as simple as possible. Listen, Putin and Zelensky, they don't want to fight, so I'm going to tell them stop. And then, unfortunately, for this country, the lowest...
I know how to end the Ukraine war tomorrow. We could do it. We could end the Ukraine war tomorrow. It might take a couple of days, but it'll be over. Stop sending Ukraine money. Let them do it themselves or fail themselves. Stop supporting either side of this war.
Common denominator is going to be like, well, I think it's good that Trump's going to tell them to stop fighting.
And
That's
the
all that
Kamala
matters.
version of that is like, in Ukraine is a country in Europe.
And
Next
Russia
to
is
that
a bigger
Is
country.
a country. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Trump did at Venezuela too. We run the country now. He didn't explain what that meant. I actually find that where Rubio and Vance get themselves in trouble is they try and fill in some of the details, and there aren't details.
I get so frustrated with that AOC thing, because she could have just said yes. She
could have, but then she would acknowledge that the military has a place, and that can't be true.
U.S. That is the policy of the United States, so who am I to say otherwise? Next question. Thanks for checking.
As the executive, it is my responsibility to ensure that we enforce every single law within the confines of the United States of America, and we need to make sure that we expand the United States of America to its greatest possible lengths. All of the links for all of my things and all of the videos will be posted in my descriptions. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you're watching the videos. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.